My name is Michael Albert, and I'm an artist, and I like to make collages as my main art form. And I use a variety of materials, but I guess I'm mostly known for using cereal boxes and all sorts of printed cardboard packages, that all the stuff we buy in the supermarket and the drugstore, and most of the things we buy come in these types of boxes. And I've developed a form of art where I use these packages and cut them up into pieces and create different artworks. And today I'm going to show you some ideas that I've come up with where I use the letters from packages to create what I call text-based collages. I have some different examples of some of my text-based collages I'm going to show you, and then hopefully you're going to do a text-based collage yourself using whatever materials you're able to gather at your home or wherever you can find it. What you're going to do is gather up your packages and see what you have. Take a good close look at them. Decide what it is you want to try to say. There's a couple of ideas that I want to suggest to you. One of them is a word collage. And here's a word collage I made fairly recently. I picked a word forgiveness, which I think is a very important thing, and surrounded it with all sorts of images that I found on different packages. So maybe you want to pick a word that's meaningful to you. I actually created this for my friends at ArtsWestchester. I cut out my cardboard to be like the size and shape of a bookmark, and I created a little ArtsWestchester bookmark. This is a gift that I made for them. You could even see up in the middle here, I made a little American flag. And one thing that I also do in my work, besides spelling out my message, is I put the initials of my name, M.A., in almost all of my work. If you could see it here, M.A. for Michael Albert. That's something you can do if you want, or you don't have to. Here's another name collage I made for a friend. His name is Rolando Santiago Torres. And down here on the bottom, 3/23/14 is actually his birthday. He's my friend's grandchild. He's 6 years old. And I spelled out his name, and I put a bunch of things on there that I thought he might like. Like if you look down here at the bottom, there's a guitar, because I think he likes music. And just a little gift for him. Another thing you might consider is doing an alphabet, where you would look through all your packages and cut out one letter, A to Z, and then put them together in an alphabet collage. And you can see this one has some sparkles going on. There's this Irish butter that my mother uses. I think it's called Kerrygold butter, and it comes in a gold box, and she gives me all of her boxes. Sometimes people ask me, where do you get all your boxes? Well, besides the ones we have at my house, whenever I see my mother, she always gives me a bag full of all of her boxes, and I have some other friends that do that for me as well. And that's how I get a great variety of packages to work with. But this is also a numbered alphabet. Can you see that next to each letter, I put the number, and it goes from 1 to 26. And I filled in the space with little bits and pieces of color and used some of the Kerrygold pieces so you could see how it sparkles. Toothpaste boxes also have like a metallic type packaging. So does Reynolds wrap. And I think using these metallic type packages kind of bring the collage to life a little bit. You would get started with something a little smaller and start experimenting with this type of art. But I think if you like doing it, you could come up with a larger idea, either a piece of text or a speech or a poem. I don't know if any of you write poetry, but maybe you could pick one of your own poems and make a collage of that. Song lyrics, inspirational quotes. These are all different ideas of text-based collage ideas you might want to try. And now I'm going to show you, I'll demonstrate the cutting and the pasting of making a text-based collage. Okay, so here I am working on one of my text-based collages. I have a nice collection of boxes. You know, when you're doing a text-based collage, the more materials, the better. So I have a whole assortment of boxes here. Also, here's one of the bags I get from my mother sometimes, and she gives me all her boxes. So I have a nice variety of materials to choose from. I actually started on a text-based collage right here, and I decided to do a lyric from the Beatles, and it's going to say, "All you need is love." And I've laid out some of it already. You can see I've cut out letters from different packages, and I'm spelling out, "All you need is love." I also have found some other images that I like some characters, and I like this fork, and I got a heart from a Cheerio box that says that it lowers your cholesterol, but I thought the heart would go nicely with the word love. And as I work and cut out things that I want to use, I collect things. Like here's a cardboard filled with different letters that I found. So some of them I'm going to use in this collage, and the leftovers I'm going to put into my big letter box that I have down in my studio for future projects. Also, you could see right here, I'm collecting some other things that I like some logos and some words and phrases, and here's a character from the M&M's box. And I think I am going to put him on this All You Need Is Love collage. You can see here I still need to spell out the word you. So I'm going to take one of the O's. This is from a Brillo box I cut out before. And here's a U from the Honey Bunches of Oats. So now it really says my message, all you need is love. And since I haven't glued it yet, I kind of shift the pieces around to where I want them to be. Another thing I always do is I like to put my initials, M.A., in all of my work for Michael Albert. So let me show you here where I identified a nice M on this Oscar Mayer box of bacon, and I'm going to cut out the M. It's nice and small, so I could put it in the corner here and it won't get in the way of the message. And then also, you can see here, here's a nice A. It's a good size and color. I like all the pieces to be slightly different so that I could actually, so that they complement each other. Here, I'll show you one other way that I cut. Like here, I was thinking that the is from the word raisin, from this Raisin Bran box, might be a little easier to read than the IS that I had chosen before. So I'm going to move this IS off the collage, and then I'm going to cut the IS from the Raisin Bran. I like to cut it out very carefully and put it there. All you need is love. And now I'm going to show you a little bit about gluing. So I shake my glue, and you can use Elmer's glue or clear glue or a glue stick or tape, anything that you want. This is my special acid-free archival glue that I get at the art store. And let me show you how I do it. So I take a piece like this IS, and I'll put a little bit of glue on there, not too much. You know, they say, I've heard art teachers say a little dab will do you, or one dot, not a lot. But I put a little dot of glue on there, and then I'll use my finger and I'll spread it all out. You don't want to have too much on there, and if I get glue on my finger, that's okay. And then I carefully place the piece where I want it to go and hold it down. Hold it down for a few seconds. If by chance I've put too much glue on there and it oozes out the edge, I immediately wipe it off because I don't want my collage to get too gluey. And I can use the extra glue on this finger. I can actually use a little bit more to glue down the L from All You Need Is Love. And again, I place it where I want it, press it down, and hold it. And I'll just take the one piece that I want to glue. Here's the O from the love. Put a little bit of glue on there, spread it out, and then carefully place it down where you want it to go. And something like this I could really spend a long time on, because even after I spell the words and glue down some of the pieces that I've chosen, there's still a lot of space left over. So I might want to fill it in with some other words and phrases, or even little bits of color. Here, you can see here, like I really like the purple in Raisin Bran. So I could cut out a nice little piece of purple, cut it into pieces, and then place it. And the more color, the more that I fill it in, I think the better that it looks. Here, I'll show you how I put this little piece down. So here's a little bit of glue on there, spread it out with my finger, and then place it where I want it to go. And my pieces, I don't overlap my pieces, but that doesn't mean you can't. But my collages are what you would call mosaic. Mosaic pieces kind of go next to each other rather than layered on top of each other. And so I will continue on this. And here's a collage of my name, which is sort of the same idea, where I spelled out my name and I filled in the space with all different stuff. And this is what this will end up looking like, just with a bunch of different letters and a bunch of different images. So there's a little cutting and pasting for you. You can pick your favorite lyric or phrase, or do your name, or something like Home Sweet Home, or something inspiring that you say a lot or you find interesting. You know, that's the fun thing about this project, is that you can decide on all that for yourself.